What was your first reaction when the makers approached you? Were you immediately convinced कि ये तो मुझे कुछ करना ही है, or did you take your own sweet time?
No, I did not want to take my own sweet time at all. I instantly just jumped at the, concept. I loved the whole concept.
It's very similar. I mean, I try and look for new experiences, new shoes to fill. I generally get a lot of comedy, so it's also trying to find variation within that.
You have ruled OTT and you have ruled Bollywood now.
Very
Like back of the
gratifying,
journey.
very satisfying, very fulfilling. You see, all that I've been able to do, I never planned, I never imagined that so much will happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tighten up your seatbelts as Z5 is all set to take you on a roller coaster ride filled with lots of drama, thrill, and oodles of entertainment. Have you ever thought about taking a digital fast? Fasting is very important for the health, but what about taking a digital detox? Two talented set to take a roller coaster ride. One who has done such phenomenal work that whether it's television, OTT, or cinema. The second, who is known for his hatke kind of roles. You got Mona saying, "What's up?" Like the first thing that came to my mind after watching the trailer of Thode Paas, we all need a digital detox. Like in today's time, like we are glued to our phones. So what was your first reaction when the makers approached you? It's a question for both of you. Were you immediately convinced कि ये तो मुझे कुछ करना ही है, or did you take your own sweet time? Mona ma'am, you first.
No, I did not want to take my own sweet time at all. I instantly just jumped at the, concept. I loved the whole concept, the idea. And it is so relevant and so timely and so relatable because we all are facing that problem. It is that beast that needs to be tamed. So I instantly said yes, and we met the makers and we started to shoot.
Kunal sir?
Yeah, no, the same. I mean, I'm dealing with it constantly in my everyday life. Whether it's my children or even my parents, I think we all see the effects that social media, the internet, all of this has on everyone's lives, on everyone's personalities. And when I heard the story, I was immediately sold because I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Like when everyone's talking about anxiety and self-worth on social media, and they're getting their cues from what other people think about them on, on social media platforms. It becomes very difficult to deal with, and I'm seeing that happen with the people around me as well. So, certainly show. Yeah.
So both of you are married and Kunal sir, you have children. So have you ever decided to have your own digital detox with your family? Like kabhi banaya ho? Like in the series we are seeing you guys are taking a digital detox, though you have from your own ulterior motives. But in real life, because you guys have a very jam-packed schedule. As an artist, you guys see the highest of highs and lowest of lows. And mental sanity is very important. तो कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आप लोगों ने फैमिली से डिसाइड किया हो कि vacation पे जा रहे हैं, no phone, nothing, just want to
Well,
enjoy.
we
Kunal
do
sir, you
that
first.
every time we're at the dining table, every time we're out for lunch, every time we're meeting as a family. Of course, it's not a rule or anything like that, but nobody's really looking at their phone because of the desire to just connect and just engage with each other. But otherwise, it in my own house with my own children, we do need to tell them, okay, now at this so and so time we're going to not have any more gadgets. You're not going to go to bed with a so yes, these things have to be policed. And the thing is that it's not only a problem with them, it's a problem with us also, because we are also parenting sometimes while, like, one eye is on the screen and we're parenting simultaneously. So we are not completely guilt free. So it needs that introspection. And I think, in Thode Door Thode Paas, we try and give people that little bit of introspection because we've taken it to an extreme. 6 mahine ke liye, everyone's work is intertwined with digital presence and with your phone. But it's just to get everyone to take a pause to say, bhai, just think once again before engaging.
For me,
Mona, what about
it's
you?
never on a vacation, but yeah, every Sunday we do keep our phones away. So Sunday is family time. If I am in town and not shooting, then phones are definitely away. We like not give our gadgets that much importance. So it's just one day a week.
Mona ma'am, I have to congratulate you for the
Oh,
amazing success
thank
of Babs in
you.
Bollywood. I recently went to Singapore, Malaysia, and like while talking to people, and Malay people, they don't know the language also, but the way they were talking about you, the way they were talking about the entire series,
Oh
this is
wow. Oh
for
wow.
a leading JC, you have one show like Jalak Raja Iklari Katina. You have ruled OTT and you have ruled Bollywood now. But there was a time, ma'am, you were being stereotyped because getting the same set of sisters role you said. Now, when you look back, how do you feel and how do you
Very
reflect back on the journey
gratifying,
now?
very satisfying, very fulfilling. You see, all that I've been able to do, I never planned, I never imagined that so much will happen. I didn't know anybody in the industry. Today, whatever I am because of my own choices and decisions. So I feel very, very satisfied. Of course, there's lots to do, there's lots more to achieve in life. But till now, where I am right now at this juncture, I can say I feel very fulfilled and grateful that I'm still around and people and relevant with shows like Mystery, where I'm playing a cop, where to a plain Jane in Jussie, to a complete plain underdog, and now to a confident woman, and now in Thode Door Thode Paas. So yes, my journey has been very fulfilling.
And trust me, man, your success feels a lot personal. So I guess every guy whom I meet, whether he's from Delhi, Bombay, he feels you. Whether it's Moonlight Singh Chadda, whether it's Made in Heaven, the kind of work that you have done, whether it's your work in Kya Hua Tera Baba, you have ruled television, you have ruled 10 p.m. slot, you have ruled 9 p.m. slot, you have ruled weekend slot with covered. So
Thank you.
yours means
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much,
You
Abhishek.
deserve every bit of it. Kunal, sir, I have to ask you one thing. Like when I was Delhi Belly, I was in school as a millennial. Now when I see what's your take on it and how do you react? Because there's so many memes and posts that actually have gone viral on social media related to Delhi Belly and
Well,
your
I'm
character.
glad that and that people look back at fondly. They remember. Every actor wants to be a part of a few movies. Even if you're part of like 4 or 5 films or shows that stick in people's memory, you feel like you've achieved something. So I'm fortunate enough to have been a part of 1 or 2 films like that, or a couple of shows like that, which have stuck in people's minds. And hopefully through a long career, because both of us have been around for so long. Been around for now 20 more than 20 years, both of us. And and thank God, because thank God that in those 20 years we've had these opportunities, and we've been a part of a few projects that people have think back at fondly, and that's always something to cherish. And hopefully going forward for the next 20-30 years, when I'm sure we're both going to be acting, and till our teeth are falling out, and yeah, completely bald, both of us.
For sure. Same
We
would
will.
create Tarun's character. There were certain people I still remember when the movie released, they were like, no, we cannot relate to Tarun's character. But now when we have grown up, when we see your character, we're like, nahi, अच्छा हुआ जितने Tarun से शादी की. So that's absolutely because you are very choosy. You are someone who is very choosy when it comes to work. So this is a question for both of you. Like, what is the one thing, sir and ma'am, that you guys keep in mind while opting for characters or the roles that you do?
It has to resonate with me. It has to feeling aati na, give me those butterflies, and I need to start thinking, oh my god, how am I going to play this character? I've never done this before. Wow, that has to happen for me to say yes to any project.
Mm,
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's it. I follow my heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very similar. I mean, I try and look for new experiences, new shoes to fill. I generally get a lot of comedy, so it's also trying to find variation within that, trying to find a variation of character. And if the character is well defined and it has impact on the story and it is pivotal to the story, then it leaves a lasting impression with audiences because it's affected change.
Yeah.
So the character needs to affect change. It can't just be a placeholder, even if it's a supporting character. So as long as that happens, then I'm attracted to it. And of course, trying something new tonally, something slightly different, in where it's placed. So yeah, many different factors, and the makers are very important. Sometimes you just do it because you're so excited to work with a certain director or with a certain producer, that then sometimes you're like, whatever it is, I just want to do it. Let's just work together. So there are different reasons sometimes that go in, but when it comes to character, these are the things that I look for. Yeah.
Like going class.
And
He's a star. He's a star. How was it? So how was the experience? Because when we saw how was the feeling
family,
shooting with
myself,
him?
we've been his fan. He's had this legacy of work from starting from Karamchand to Office to Jalwa and so much more. Makbool. So of course, I love him. I love his work. And when I got to know that he's playing my father-in-law, I was literally very very nervous all night. Ki kal kya hoga? I was excited to meet him, excited to work with him. But as a person, as an actor, he's beautiful. He's so good with his timing and still so passionate about his work, his craft, his ideas that he comes up with. He's a treat to watch. So on set, I think that's what we were doing. We were just observing him and soaking it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just as she said, we watched him growing up on TV and on the big screen as well, and he's just such a wonderful person to observe and to really see how he's so passionate very well thought out, him to cook in as much as possible, and very lovely gentleman, lovely stories. So yeah, we had a good time working together, and yeah, just an inspiration,
This is
just an
how magic
inspiration.
happens. So at Filmibeat, we don't have a single beat. We have some shorter of time. So you guys have given me 5 reasons why I should watch. People should
Sorry,
watch.
your voice
So
is
what is
breaking.
it? At Filmibeat,
Uh,
we don't miss a single beat. So you guys are the businessmen and the businesswomen, and the entire audience is the customer. So you have to give me 5 reasons why they should watch Thode Paas on Z5. Mona ma'am has to give 2 reasons.
we
Kunal sir has to give 2 reasons.
So we'll get 5 together, no? Yeah.
together.
Okay. First is, it talks about the importance of family and family love. Yeah.
Second is that you can watch it with your whole family. So everyone can actually sit together and watch it because you don't have to be worried about, bad language or drug cartels or murder. It's a family show.
Yeah. Third reason, the show will compel you to think about your life. It will start a conversation for a better life, to understand that digital detox is important to make real connections with people. What's your fifth reason?
Sorry. Fifth is because
Fifth
you
is
are in
because
it.
we are in it. And people have always given us so much
and
love. So,
and
thoda
Sartaj
aur.
and Aisha and Gurpreet. The three of them are also fantastic. They're a superb. We're blessed with a wonderful cast,
Wonderful
and
cast. Yeah.
so all three of them are fantastic. So watch it for a fun cast as well, and you'll get those family wala vibes, I think.
Yeah.
I wish you guys all the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what you have to do on 7th of November. Please set your clock, please set your deadline. The work can wait, everything can wait, but you guys have to watch Thode Door Thode Paas on Z5 because when you have such talented people, then तो कैसे प्यार नहीं दोगे? लाइफ में फास्टिंग बहुत जरूरी है. So much, man. It's a pleasure and wish you all
Thank
the
you,
best.
Abhishek.
We love you. We love you. We have seen your work and just getting an opportunity to talk to you. I cannot tell you how butterfly we have right now. Thank you, Shubhi. Thank you for the very